I'm writing this anonymously because what I'm about to share is deeply humiliating. I never thought I'd be in a position like this. Confused, heartbroken, and forced to face the damage I caused with my own hands. My name is Lily. I'm 24 years old. The man who may no longer be my husband is 26. We were married for 3 years after meeting in college. I always believed our relationship was strong. Not perfect, but grounded. Jack was my anchor, calm, consistent, endlessly patient. I see now how I took that for granted, how I failed to truly appreciate the quiet way he loved me. We were total opposites. Jack was an introvert who found comfort in books, documentaries, and calm evenings. I was loud, outgoing, the life of every room. But Jack never once tried to dim my light. He came to every chaotic party, every noisy get-together, even when it clearly drained him. He did it all just to see me smile. He never complained. He brought me coffee in bed, dropped his own plans when I needed him, handled the bills and chores. I didn't work. We didn't have kids. Still, he carried every burden without ever throwing it in my face. Instead of appreciating him, I began to see him as weak. That shift didn't come from nowhere. I let toxic voices into my life when I reconnected with some old college friends. They lived for chaos, for drama, and they convinced me I was wasting my prime years with someone like Jack. They said he was boring, that I was too vibrant, too loud for him. And the worst part, I listened. I let those voices grow louder than Jack's love. One night, after a few drinks, I called him obedient. Said he'd probably jump off a cliff if I told him to. Everyone laughed. So did I. I soaked up the attention like it made me important. That wasn't a one-time thing. It became a habit. I mocked him. Let others mock him too. And I played along. They called him whipped. I wore that like a crown. And Jack never pushed back, even when he overheard it. Even when I brushed him off in public or made fun of him at dinner, he never raised his voice. He just kept showing up, kept loving me. I mistook that kindness for weakness. I thought he'd never leave, no matter how far I went. But I was wrong. The breaking point came at a neighborhood barbecue. Jack was grilling like always, smiling, making sure everyone had food. I was off with my friends, drinking, laughing, when someone joked about him being trained. I added to it, said he was spineless. I put on a show. People laughed, until they didn't. Suddenly, the mood shifted. The silence hit first. I turned and saw Jack standing behind me, holding a plate. His expression was unreadable, calm, but ice-cold. I had never seen him look like that before. "We need to talk," he said. I followed, half laughing, thinking he was just embarrassed. But when we got inside, his words hit like a storm. "I'm done being your punching bag," he said. "I gave you everything, and all you did was break me down. I'm leaving. Your things will be on the porch." I froze. I told myself he was bluffing. I begged him to talk, to listen. I apologized. I cried. But Jack didn't yell. He wasn't angry. He was just done. "No more," he said. "You don't get to treat me like this and expect me to stay." I said I wouldn't leave. He calmly told me he'd call the police if I didn't. That's when I knew. He meant it. The man I thought would never walk away had finally reached his limit. I left that night in tears, suitcase in hand, walking past the neighbors who once laughed with me. None of them said a word. Not even my so-called friends. I realize now they were never truly my friends at all. It's been a few days. I'm staying with my parents. Jack hasn't answered a single message. Maybe he never will. I don't know if this can be fixed. I don't know if I even deserve that. But I had to say this. I ruined something rare. I tore apart a man who only ever wanted to love me. I chose temporary praise over permanent loyalty. And now that he's gone, I'm left with nothing but silence and shame. Maybe I am a terrible person. But at least now, I won't pretend otherwise. I did this, and I have to live with it.